Deer hunting season is upon us, but officials are warning you shouldn't eat any wild animals in certain parts of Maine. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Federal firefighters in Maine are calling for an end to the federal government shutdown, and one of Maine's largest healthcare providers is now under new leadership. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey, Susan. Happy Thursday afternoon. We have a small craft advisory that is up until 8 p.m. later on this evening along the coast as gusty winds continue to stir up the ocean at this moment in time with an area low pressure, a large one that is right overhead and also just off toward our north. It also brought some rain, and some of us may still be seeing a few sprinkles, although the clouds will be breaking up throughout the daytime period moving forward. Let's zoom things out. Look at all the cloud cover. That's a large area of low pressure that's in parts of Canada, stretching further off towards the west and to the south. We'll start to see this break up very soon. Now, here's the area of low pressure. It is moving further off towards the north now. We may still see a little bit of rain further off towards the north and maybe a small chance in our neck of the woods, but a lot of the opportunities will be backing off soon. So here's Futurecast. Again, clouds breaking up, so we'll have some opportunities for sunshine, maybe a slight chance for rain along our southeastern counties, but otherwise, again, a lot of the opportunities breaking up. We'll have some clouds starting to approach as we head towards parts of Friday, but otherwise, a lot of sunshine coming up throughout today and also moving ahead towards your Friday. But otherwise, hourly forecast, sunshine coming out this afternoon and also clear skies overnight, temperatures in the 50s and then cooling off. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. Fire marshals are investigating a fatal fire in Benton. Crews were called to 70 Pleasant Street in Benton just after 2 a.m. Wednesday at the request of the Fairfield Benton Rescue. A spokesperson says when firefighters arrived, they found the single-family home fully engulfed in flames. Pleasant Street was shut down while first responders from several towns battled the flames. The spokesperson says while they were fighting the fire, crews discovered a deceased person inside the home. The remains were taken to the medical examiner's office in Augusta to make a positive identification and determine the cause of death. A deceased dog was also found inside. The cause of that fire remains under investigation. A Livermore Falls man has been arrested in connection with an exploitation investigation. According to the Maine State Police, detectives arrested 40-year-old Jacob Hiscock early Wednesday morning on charges of sexual abuse of a minor and possession of sexually explicit material. The State Police Computer Crimes Unit had worked on a month-long investigation into Hiscock, along with the Sabattis Police Department, Oxford County Sheriff's Office, and the Maine Warden Service. Hiscock was transported to the Androscoggin County Jail. Maine State Police are seeking help from the public to identify anyone else involved in this exploitation case. If you or someone you know has information, you're asked to contact the State Police tip line. Text MESPTIP and your tip to 847-411, or visit our website to learn how to leave an online tip. You can also scan the QR code on your screen. Federal firefighters in Maine are calling for an end to the government shutdown. Firefighters at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard and the Navy's VLF transmitter station in Cutler are working without pay. A statement from the Professional Firefighters of Maine says those firefighters also provide mutual aid to surrounding communities, including advanced life support care at the paramedic level. Kyle Mosier, 5th District Vice President of the Professional Firefighters of Maine, says, quote, "Our members are struggling without pay. There are over 80 federal firefighters in the state of Maine, and we go to work no matter what. We still have to show up for work, pay our bills, and protect the assets of the Navy and surrounding communities when they call upon us. Whether Democrat or Republican, it does not matter. We just need the President and Congress to reopen the government and pay federal firefighters for the critical service we provide." The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife is expanding a do not eat advisory for hunters in parts of Waldo and Somerset counties. Our Callie Warren explains.
Maine's hunting season is just ramping up, and with Youth Hunting Weekend right around the corner, a lot of folks are excited to go out into the woods this weekend. However, depending upon where you are in Maine, you might want to be careful about consuming what you catch. The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife released updated guidelines Wednesday urging hunters in portions of central Maine not to eat any white-tailed deer or wild turkey due to PFAS contamination in animal muscle tissue. Experts say wildlife feeding in contaminated areas have ingested these chemicals and now have PFAS in their meat and organs. According to Inland Fisheries and Wildlife Communication Director Mark Lottie, PFAS persists in the environment in soil, water, plants, and animals. Exposure to these chemicals can increase risk of cancer and harm cholesterol levels, among other health impacts. The youth deer hunt opens this weekend, and resident-only day will be Saturday, November 1st. For more information on PFAS contamination and potential side effects, visit this story on our website. Callie Warren reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
A Maine Senate candidate is calling on one of his primary challengers to drop out of the race. Democrat Jordan Wood says Grant Plattner should be disqualified for controversial statements he made on social media and also for a tattoo that appears to be like one used by the Nazis during World War II. Plattner has been doing damage control since his comments were revealed. Some of his past comments were critical of police, black people, and people who live in rural areas. Plattner has said that those comments were made when he was in a dark place after serving in the military, and he no longer feels that way. He also says he has covered up the tattoo, which he claims he didn't realize what it meant when he got it. Jordan Wood says the comments and tattoo were not who we are, and the Mainers and Democrats. He's calling on Plattner to suspend his campaign. A new organization is bringing together some of Maine's longest-standing disability service providers, combining their resources to better support families across the state. Our Alex Schley tells us how they're celebrating the successful transition and what it means for the future of disability services here in Maine.
Hundreds of people from across Maine came together in Waterville Wednesday to celebrate the successful merge of three of the state's longest-standing disability services organizations.
Three Rivers is an agency that was formed in July of this year. We are an agency that was merged from three legacy agencies in the state of Maine. GMS, Uplift, and IAM.
Prior to the merge, the three companies independently provided services for people with disabilities in Maine.
Knowing the environment and the playing field that's happening right now with Medicaid cuts and the lack of funding for the disability services field, we all thought that right now, while we're all strong, it's best for us to get together.
CEO Anne Marie Mayberry says they're now stronger than ever and better equipped to serve Mainers.
The agency is formed out of trust and friendship and respect and a mutual shared value of our services that we all deeply believe in.
The Three Rivers now serves all 16 counties in Maine and part of New Hampshire. The organization provides a range of support for people with disabilities, from 24/7 group home services to day programs and employment opportunities.
We have several consumers that volunteer at nursing homes, and they volunteer in the hospitals, shelters. They just want to be valued, and they have a lot to give back to the community, and we're just there. We're there to help guide them.
Mayberry says Wednesday's celebration is a reflection of the organization's ongoing success. In Waterville, Alex Schley for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Bangor Public Health hosted their second annual Community Partners Award ceremony yesterday morning. The event celebrated achievements in local public health and recognized partners that have gone above and beyond in their commitment to the community well-being. Awards were presented for multiple contributions, including maternal and child nursing programs, tobacco prevention, counseling services, and more. Some of the organizations that were awarded were St. Joseph Hospital, Bangor Public Library, and Wabanaki Public Health.
And I think the best community service and public health is in this room. So it's just really nice to be out here for a little bit of your morning.
Hi, please lower your hand.
The keynote speaker for the event was Dexter. He highlighted the importance of educating others on public health and for organizations to keep pushing for their initiatives and programs. One of Maine's largest healthcare providers is now under new leadership. Northern Light Health recently welcomed their new CEO, Dr. Guy Hudson, replacing Tim Dentry, who announced his retirement in April. Our Grace Blanchard sat down with Hudson to discuss some of the challenges ahead for him.
Our job, we're people taking care of people, and we want to make sure Mainers have the confidence in us to continue to take care of them and serve their needs.
Northern Light Health has experienced financial turmoil in recent years, leading to workforce cuts and facility closures. But the healthcare system's new CEO, Dr. Guy Hudson, says they are headed in the right direction.
We are definitely on the upswing in regards to our fiscal status. We will be here for generations to come, and we are continuing to improve that status. And so I want to make sure that that's very clear.
He is also stepping into an ongoing and contentious contract dispute with insurance giant Anthem. That contract was recently extended through October to allow more time for negotiations.
Both of us are coming to the table with good intent to get to an agreement.
Do you see that happening, or do you anticipate that there's a possibility that Northern Light and Anthem will part ways?
I hope not. The idea is we really want to actually form a better partnership and get going in this new day, I'd say as soon as we can.
Hudson brings more than 2 decades of clinical and executive leadership experience based here in the U.S. and internationally.
Being at the bedside and understanding what it takes to deliver care and connect with families and children and the people on those care teams that we all rely on every day, I think puts me in a unique position to help health systems exemplify that purpose and make sure that we continue to do the right thing at all times.
As uncertainty surrounding programs like Medicaid persists, Hudson says his #1 goal is ensuring they provide continuous care and services for Maine's rural communities.
That is our #1 priority, but internally, all 10,000 of us will continue to move forth together to do that. That camaraderie, that togetherness, that purpose is what drives us, centered around our values.
In Brewer, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
We are hearing reports of a structure fire on Route 178 in Eddington. It is near the Salmon Club. Right now, the fire personnel are on the scene, and they say they do see fire on the outside of the building. They are asking that you please stay clear of that area while they are working to put the fire out. We have a reporter on the way, and we'll have much more for you tonight at 6. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, we've got the latest on the federal government shutdown. We'll be right back.
With this program, there's so much to learn. There's so much opportunity no matter where you go.
In the midst of market chaos, Dorsey Furniture has found another opportunity, and now even more savings. A 3rd truckload of Flex Steel furniture has just arrived, this time featuring soft, durable fabric and fresh styles. Reclining sofas, cozy love seats, motion chairs, all ready to take home. Save 40% or more during the Opportunity in Chaos Part 3 sale. But hurry, these Flex Steel favorites won't last long. Dorsey Furniture, family owned for 50 years, where chaos becomes opportunity.
Carpets looking tired, stained, or just plain dirty? It's time to call the pros. At C&R Carpet Cleaning, we use deep steam technology to remove dirt, odors, pet hair, and allergens fast. Fresh, clean carpets, healthier home. That's the C&R promise. Visit our Facebook page for a free estimate or call us today, 631-7380. Step into clean with C&R Carpet Cleaning.
Hello, this is George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation. Now, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, from the comfort of your desktop or the convenience of your mobile device, you can summon transport and arrange a simple, affordable, respectful Down East Direct Cremation for your deceased loved one. Just by using the button exclusively at downeastdirectcremation.com. All you need is the location address of the person who has died, their vital statistics information, a valid credit card for payment, and that's it. No need to pick up the telephone, no need to answer a bunch of questions, no need to come into the store, and it's still just $9.75 complete. It's so easy, even I can do it. For more information, visit us at downeastdirectcremation.com or call us at 207-225-5332. Simple, affordable, respectful. The button, only at downeastdirectcremation.com.
I choose WCCC because I enjoyed everything about it, and I am able to provide for my family, and I love what I do.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
of the federal government shut down, and there are signs that lawmakers are getting impatient to break the deadlock as families begin to feel real pain from it. ABC's Jay O'Brien has the latest.
This morning, the government shutdown now in its 23rd day, bringing fear and pain to millions of Americans. Food banks across the country seeing a surge. At this Armed Services YMCA near Fort Hood, organizers telling us they're seeing a 60% spike in the need for food since the shutdown began. Most here, soldiers and their families, uncertain about the future.
It's just a lot of stress and anxiety on the family.
What would be your message to lawmakers back in Washington?
Finish it, get together, make a plan, because...
Get this over with.
Yeah, our families are struggling.
The Pentagon diverted money in its budget to prevent military families from missing their paychecks earlier this month. But as their next payday approaches, it's unclear if they will get paid this time. This as 42 million low-income Americans relying on the federal food assistance program, SNAP, are now bracing for benefits to run out in just days. Houston mother Heather Williams calls the program a lifeline for her family. Her state and several others now warn if the shutdown continues, SNAP assistance will completely halt come November 1st.
We'd have to choose between paying our rent or getting food. We'd have to choose between paying our car insurance and getting food.
The Trump administration's attacks on suspected drug boats at sea are escalating with a 9th boat strike overnight. The strikes have now expanded to the Pacific. The death toll now stands at 37 people. Administration officials say they're prepared to expand the strikes further as they vow to crack down on drug smuggling. ABC's Christiane Cordero has the details.
It's the second strike in the Pacific in as many days. Today, the Trump administration says it killed 3 people on a boat off the west coast of Central America. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth writing the boat was involved in illicit narcotics smuggling without providing any evidence.
If you're running drug boats, you're in grave danger.
The latest strike comes one day after another in the Pacific that killed 2 suspected drug smugglers and is the 9th attack on a boat the administration has carried out since early September. The previous 7 all took place in the Caribbean off the coast of Venezuela. Venezuela's authoritarian leader denies facilitating any drug trafficking and since last month has led a civilian militia recruiting campaign as the tension with the U.S. escalates. In a show of force last week, the U.S. flew 3 B-52 bombers off the coast of Venezuela. Trump defended the legality of the strikes yesterday and repeated his threat to potentially strike on land next.
We have legal authority, right? We're allowed to do that. And if we do by land, we may go back to Congress. But this is a national security problem.
Some members of Congress are critical of the president's approach. Senator Rand Paul on NBC over the weekend.
But we know from Coast Guard statistics that about 25% of the time the Coast Guard boards a ship, there are no drugs. So if our policy now is to blow up every ship we suspect or accuse of drug running, that would be a bizarre world in which 25% of the people might be innocent.
Regarding the Eastern Pacific, the U.S. Coast Guard says it has seized 50 tons of cocaine from that region since August. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Vice President J.D. Vance criticizes Israel's parliament over a vote on the annexation of the West Bank. He made the remarks Thursday at Tel Aviv's International Airport after wrapping up his trip to Israel. It came a day after a bill applying Israeli law to the occupied West Bank won preliminary approval from Israel's parliament.
Oh, yeah, that was weird. That was weird. I was sort of confused by that. Now, I actually asked somebody about it, and they told me that it was a symbolic vote, some symbolic vote to recognize or a symbolic vote to annex the West Bank. I mean, what I would say to that is when I asked about it, somebody told me that it was a political stunt, that it had no practical significance. It was purely symbolic. I mean, look, if it was a political stunt, it was a very stupid political stunt, and I personally take some insult to it. The West Bank is not going to be annexed by Israel. The policy of the Trump administration is that the West Bank will not be annexed by Israel. That will continue to be our policy. And if people want to take symbolic votes, they can do that. But we certainly weren't happy about it. Thank you.
After the break, the FDA has a warning for parents. We've got details when we return.
Looking for winter services? There is still time to sign up. The pros at Atlantic Lawn Care and Landscape specialize in snow removal and ice management for commercial and residential properties. They will take care of the snow plowing, snow blowing, shoveling, salting, and sanding. Atlantic now has 2 locations and is accepting new clients in Brewer, Bangor, Vesey, and in town Orono, Brunswick, Topsail, Bath, and surrounding areas. Call for your free estimate or visit our website for customizable services. Local, reliable, and fully insured. Atlantic Lawn Care and Landscape.
All I wanted was my name. Tina Turner.
Tina, the Tina Turner musical. The mega hit comes direct from Broadway. See her triumphant story and be ecstatically blown away. Everybody everywhere should come see Rape's New York Magazine. October 27th, Cross Insurance Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Hi, I'm Barry, third-generation owner of Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear. For over 100 years, we have been a destination for Western saddlery and equine tack. But hold on, partner. We are a store with much more. We are fully stocked with Western apparel and, of course, Western boots for the entire family. For summer concerts, formal events, how about riding horses? Even safety toe work boots. All boots purchased receive a free coating of leather preservative. Cowboy up. Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard.
The FDA has a dangerous trend about involving a common product you probably have in your refrigerator. Parents need to be aware. ABC's Alex Stone has more.
Nitrous oxide is sold legally for use in whipped cream dispensers you can find at any grocery store, but some teens and tweens are using it to get high. Your kids might call anything with nitrous oxide Whippets by whatever name. The FDA warns that inhaling this gas, even from flavored canned whipped creams, can cause serious health issues like brain damage, paralysis, and in some cases, death. Kids can find the products online or in stores where age restrictions are not enforced. They're often used at parties or in group settings, but some teens experiment alone. Talk to your kids early and often about the dangers of the trend. Store kitchen products safely and pay attention to empty canisters. Monitor online purchases as well. Know the signs like dizziness, confusion, or unusual behavior. If you suspect someone has been using nitrous oxide, get them immediate medical attention. With this Medical Minute, I'm Alex Stone.
The founders of a popular skincare company are giving back to their alma mater with a new scholarship. Marin Skincare founders and the University of Maine graduates Patrick Breeding and Amber Boulette have partnered with the university to offer a minimum $25,000 scholarship for students taking their first innovation engineering course. The duo began developing Marin Skincare while researching lobster glycoproteins at the Innovation Engineering Center. Breeding says giving back to the university is a full circle moment.
It's really like this whole thing makes so much sense. We came from UMaine, we got our start there. We owe so much of our success to our professors in these programs and the people that helped us figure out how to bring Marin to life. So we want to bring the value back to the UMaine student population.
A portion of all the sales from Marin's Blueberry French Toast Lip Treatment will go toward funding the scholarship. The product can be purchased online at the UMaine bookstore and at all Marin partnered retailers. When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Welcome to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop in Brewer.
And some call me the King.
There are RC trucks, cars, crawlers and parts aplenty. There are planes, metal detectors, and gear galore. I have decreed that all people can book birthday parties with their RC vehicles provided for all. We have indoor and outdoor tracks and crawling courses available. Bring yourself, your family, and friends to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop, South Main Street, Brewer.
You're gripping a pumpkin spice latte, watching the home game on a Friday night. Earlier, you took the kids apple picking and almost made it through the corn maze. It's that time of year. Shorter days, cooler nights. Valley Home Services believes the comfort and warmth of home means more on nights like these. Comfort and warmth that comes from Fujitsu heat pumps. Valley Home Services has the most reliable choices for heating and cooling your home or business. Ditch the worry of heating bills and power outages all season long with Valley Home Services. Go ahead, embrace the comfort.
Central Maine Barns and Sheds, quality products built right here in Newport with a strong attention to detail. We have an incredible selection of pre-made options and would be more than happy to custom build a unit specifically for you. Central Maine Barns and Sheds has financing options available, including a rent-to-own program. We provide free delivery and setup within a 30-mile radius of any of our locations. Check out our full inventory at centralmainbarns.com or call for more information, 368-6177.
Davis Brothers Furniture is expanding. At Davis Brothers, we've always strived to stand out from the rest, and we are now proud to offer flooring for your home, featuring both carpeting and luxury vinyl flooring. We even have an installer in-house with over 30 years of experience. Come see the reason people have been traveling from all over the state and beyond to Davis Brothers Furniture in Guilford for decades. Davis Brothers Furniture, deliberately different, delivering statewide.
Check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by the Furniture Gallery. Make your house a home and shop for your living room needs at the Furniture Gallery. The Furniture Gallery is a Maine family-owned company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, and Windham. Alrighty, here we go. A small craft advisory up until 8 p.m. this evening along the coast. We've had that area low pressure hanging around for quite some time. That's been stirring up the ocean and causing some higher wave heights. It's still up there a little bit at around 4 to 5 feet according to the buoys right nearby, and even 8 feet farther out towards sea at this moment in time. But we'll start to see some improvement rather soon. And in fact, that area low pressure is farther off towards the north. We've had clouds. The clouds are actually going to start to break up, if they haven't already, to reveal a good amount of sunshine. Now, the northern parts of the state may still see some rainfall, but as for us further down toward the south, we'll continue to see some sunshine, maybe some passing clouds, and a slight chance for rain in a few spots, but most of the organized precipitation is pretty much done. A lot of the activity will be further off towards the west and to the north with this large area of low pressure that continues to pretty much hang around, to put it in that kind of context. But there it is right there. Large area low pressure, still sending some rainfall to the northern parts of the state and maybe to our eastern areas too, but most of us pretty much done in that retrospect. Futurecast showing again some eastern areas, a chance for rain. A lot of us seeing some clear skies, clouds and rain to the north later on tonight. But as you move forward towards your Friday, some passing clouds, but otherwise good amount of sunshine and clear skies coming up as we head towards your Friday. We're actually going to be clear tonight, some passing clouds and some sunshine and clouds through Friday. And then by Friday night, here we are, some rain showers will be possible as we watch out for that, but otherwise no big deal whatsoever. Gusty winds we will have to watch out for today. That could reach up to around 25 miles per hour or so. So for today, to put it in simplest form, it's partly cloudy. There is a slight chance for rain with highs in the upper 50s and at south wind up to 15, maybe 25 miles per hour at times. Overnight, upper 30s, partly cloudy, and at south wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, upper 50s, partly cloudy, and at west wind also at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by the Furniture Gallery. A partly cloudy sky Saturday with highs in the mid 50s, with low 50s for your Sunday under a mostly cloudy sky, and then partly cloudy Monday with highs in the low 50s.
Thank you, Devin. A local educator is being recognized for his work in supporting teachers and students across Maine. RSU 34 Assistant Superintendent John Doughty was named Assistant Superintendent of the Year by the Maine School Superintendents Association at its annual conference in Augusta. Doughty has worked for the Old Town school-based district for more than 25 years and says his success is a testament to his partnerships that he's built. He says he hopes to continue supporting Maine's next generations of students and educators. Gorham Superintendent Heather Perry was also honored. She was named the 2026 Maine Superintendent of the Year. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.